Hello and welcome back to EASD TV. Now, there are a number of organisations which are essential to the health of the diabetes community, and one of the most important is the European Foundation for the Study of Diabetes. And I'm delighted that we've got with us the Executive Chair, Coen Stehouwer. I hope I pronounced that right.
You did, thank you.
I hope I was close. So, the Foundation is, as I said, an immensely important actor within the whole diabetes ecosystem. Just for those of you who don't know what it does, just tell us a bit more.
Thank you. Well, the foundation, the European Foundation for the Study of Diabetes, really is a sister to the European Association for the Study of Diabetes. Both are about science, but the European Foundation has as its prime purpose grants, applications of grants, and the giving of grants to talented people who do research that is of importance for the field of diabetes, that will develop the field of diabetes further, and that's its key goal. It's less well known than the EASD, and I hope that after this interview this will be less.
Now, why is it so important that there are grants both for the development of people and for research? Because after all, there are lots of funding agencies operating in this field.
I think that you make an important point. We have grants both for career development, so there the applicant is really central and the topic of the research is really of secondary importance. And then there are grants that are really geared towards specific topics. They're all on the website, and there are a number of those programs. Why is it important? Well, clearly the amount of funding, although it is relatively extensive throughout Europe, is still not enough to address all the important problems in diabetology at large. In fact, we play a role in increasing that total amount, and we are happy to do so. We are also proud to do so. The other thing I think that is of importance is that we strive and we succeed in making these grants independent of their sponsors. Sponsors are mainly the pharmaceutical industry, not entirely, but between the pharmaceutical industry as a sponsor and the applicant is the foundation, which makes sure that the independence of the research is secured.
And actually, one of the very difficult things for young researchers in particular is that they've got this constant kind of grind of, writing grants. And actually to have money from an organisation like you that provides a foundation is enormously important in giving them some stability while they develop their careers.
I think so, and especially our career development grants, such as what is called the Rising Star program and the Future Leaders program. I think they try to provide this continuity for a number of years and succeeds in doing so. We have evaluated these programs. People who apply and get granted, perhaps not surprisingly, really do well in their career in the next 5 years. So we are succeeding. At the same time, of course, the competition also for this kind of program is relatively intense, and unfortunately we cannot by our own solve this problem that every researcher needs to write a number of grants before one gets actually granted. That's something we would like to address, but that is not within our purview.
So if somebody has in their CV that they've had a grant from the foundation, actually it says an awful lot about that candidate.
It does, and I think it helps, although data on that are really scarce. Nevertheless, I do think it helps. We are a relatively prestigious foundation because of our independence and because of our history, I think. We spend around and about 4.5 million euros per year on our total number of programs. I think it depends a little bit on the program, but our success rate is also a little bit higher, or the success rate for applicants is a little bit higher than in many other programs. So with us, sometimes you're above 20-25%, and we also try to make it as easy for the applicant as possible to apply.
I've met some of your awardees, is that what I call them?
Yeah, I think so.
And they are a hugely impressive bunch, for sure.
I think that the talent in diabetology throughout Europe is impressive. Also, perhaps not only so, but also among the young people. I'm also impressed by what they do and how they succeed. The EFSD has as a prime idea also to stimulate young people. That does not mean that people who are established cannot apply. They do, and they are successful. But for every program, we try to stimulate younger researchers, and we also try to get grants to the younger researchers and not just to the established people. We have that as a clear guidance principle.
So you're really creating the pipeline that's necessary for not only high quality research in diabetes, but also high quality clinicians.
That is our goal. We also have, for example, a so-called mentorship program where a mentee and a mentor link up, and where the role of the mentor really is to help the mentee develop his or her role in science, and to do exactly that, to create a pipeline.
And amongst the leadership of the EASD, are there many who have been actually funded in the past by the EFSD?
I think so, yes. At the risk of sounding, at the risk of creating like a sort of self-fulfilling prophecy, but it is perhaps the other way around. People who do well in those grants tend to stay in diabetology, tend to get older, and then tend to get to play roles like I'm now doing now, which is helping the next generation to get grants and to develop themselves further.
Well, the Foundation does a fantastic job. Thank you so much. And if you want to apply to the EFSD, you can go to their website. Good, just checking that. And it really is very prestigious and enormously helpful to people's careers. And you do a lot, I know, around that to help people who have your awards. We will see you again soon, and if you want to apply for any of the Foundation schemes or awards, do please have a look at their website. Bye for now.